Okay, everybody, we're still in Module 2. This is Activity 1 from Unit 2. Activity 1 is called Student Data Analysis, and there's quite a bit to this activity, so we're going to do our normal reading strategy of understanding the prompt and what's expected of us. Take a look inside the rubric as well, but let's go ahead and get started. So like I said, I like to start here. Activity requirements. A spreadsheet or data table with demographic data about your school and its students. So I need to find out some demographic data about my school and its students. And again, this activity can be about your school, or it can be about a state or a country. It could be just kind of any kind of education data where you're at. And if you can't find anything, we'll talk about that in a second, you can use data from any kind of school district or country. So an infographic with charts or figures about your school and its students. Okay, so I need to do a spreadsheet or data table with demographic data, and then an infographic with charts and data. So I don't really know what an infographic is. I bet you I'm going to find out right here. Okay. So overview, it talks about the importance of data and what is used. Performance outcome. Candidates research education statistics and explore ways statistics can be used to learn about school and student demographics as well as achievement data to provide context for education in a country, region, or state. So there you go. You can even get more local. You could actually just look at demographics at your school if you wanted to, or a school. So what will we do? So locate statistics on the demographics of your students. So demographics, what do they look like? Okay, male, female, race, student free and reduced lunch, those kind of things. What does your school kind of look like? What do the kids look like, the families? So locate statistics on the demographics in your local school or school system. And then you've got some actual databases to search to help you find some of this data. All right, so I'll let you guys go through that and do a little bit of exploring. And I'm going to show you guys a quick example if I get some time. You're going to create a spreadsheet that shows the number of students enrolled, the demographic profile of the students. Here's some examples of demographics. Oh, native language, that's a good one. How many are English language learners? Things like that. And then you're going to want to identify at least one academic achievement level that you're going to look at. Okay? And then you're going to see if it's different based on socioeconomic level or race or gender. So, for example, we could look at graduation rates of a certain school district and see if that's being affected by gender. And you would present that. And how are you going to present that? Infographic applications. Examples, Piktochart and Canva. And again, this is probably the first time we've looked at those in this program, but you guys are going to use these a lot. So be patient with yourself as you learn these. So the infographic should include some charts and figures of your data, should include a summary of the data, conclusions that can be drawn from the data. All right, so let's take a look at the rubric real quick. So, graphics. Has the candidate made good use of the infographic tool? So, does your infographic tool have a graph of the demographics? Does it have a graph or a table of the performance? And then are you, somehow does it look like you're presenting something? So, has the candidate provided references in APA format? Talk about that in 1 second. Has the candidate used demographic and student achievement data? So, demographic data and student achievement data, they both have to be there. Has the candidate provided data on student achievement? So that's pretty much right here. So on your spreadsheet, is it there? And then on your infographic, is it there? Okay, and again, so here's a little bit of discussion. You're going to talk about, you can probably put, a little bit of text underneath your graphs explaining what the achievement looks like, what are the differences. Same thing with the demographics, okay? So quickly on APA, I'll show you what I found real fast. If I were looking at Maine, I found some standardized tests here, scores, and I found some demographics. And here, the demographic I'm going to choose is eligible for free lunch. So I've got a percentage. So I've got this school in Auburn where 48% of the kids are eligible for free lunch. And then I've got this school in Auburn where 28%. So then I can go over here and then I can kind of examine those schools, those specific schools, and then take a look at how they're doing in English, how they're doing in math, how they're doing in science. So that's kind of my proficiency look, and this would be my demographics look. And how would I cite that quickly? So when we look at the format for APA citation for a website, this is the structure. So I didn't have an author. Okay, so when you don't have something, you skip it, and then I start to the next one. So for mine, I took some notes here. I had October, whoops, I start with 2016. 2016, uh-oh, I got Siri jumping in. All right, 2016, October, and then I've got the article title, which is Maine Schools, Free and Reduced Meals, and then retrieved from. And then I get out of italics, retrieved from, and then there's my URL. So I copy and paste it into here, but try to make sure the formatting is correct. And I didn't capitalize properly in my article title. I'm gonna follow this structure. Okay. So maybe it looks like just that first word in the article title and any kind of proper nouns. Okay. So with the URL, that's what a proper citation would look like. All right.